Search for Common Ground in the Democratic Republic of Congo has identified that there's a natural resource for peace that we've been exploiting in the Congo in the shape and form of actors, theater actors, comedians. These are people who in every town and village exist. There is enormous artistic talent among the Congolese, and what we've done is to train them in conflict transformation skills and put them together in what we call participatory theater. What this means is that the theater troupe will go into a village, they'll talk to people, from authorities to village women to school teachers to young people, and find out what are the conflicts that those people are living. Based on those conflicts, then they will develop a scenario, develop characters, and the same afternoon in the same village will put on a small play. After they've presented the play from start to finish, they will then invite audience members to come up and say, "I'd like to see that part again. I'd like to see this scene again." And the audience members come in and replace certain of the actors and play out the scenes so that we get to a better place, so that we avoid violence, so that we deal with conflict collaboratively rather than adversarially. Now, we've been doing this extensively in the zones where the refugees are returning. Every single refugee returns to a conflict. It might be a psychological conflict of not being accepted, it might be a land conflict, it might be a conflict where they get there, they find someone's in their home. So we went to one area called Kazimia on the south of Lake Tanganyika. And the actors did what they normally do. They spoke to all the people in the village, and they found that the main problem was that military had occupied the homes of the people who fled. And thus when the people came back, they were too afraid to say anything. They were terrified, they didn't know what to do. And this was a big conflict. They presented that, people intervened, people expressed how difficult this was, and the military were watching. This was a public performance. The next day, they met one of the soldiers who said, "Thank you. You know, now I realize that I have been living in the home of a returnee, but that I should welcome him into the home. We can share the home until I can also find a way to find another place to live." It was such an illustration that when people are able to see the reality that they're living and be given the chance to say there might be a different way out of this, apart from violent confrontation, that they can actually make the choices that they need to make.